So you're probably wondering what's happening here. And that's a good question. Basically, you can see that Ivysaur fell from the tree because it's fall, which is also why Ivysaur is browning. And you should know that if your lettuce is turning brown on the edges, you should probably not eat it. It's what they call historically stanky lettuce, and back during the days of the Black Plague, it was unfortunate. So, I wasn't expecting Dan to do this, but he's doing this. I don't know what else to say about that. People ask me, where have you been? And the truth is I was out in the Berkshires, and I was walking around out there because there's a pretty good smoothie shop out there. It's called Lil Frank's, and it's just like, there's no better strawberry smoothie. It's like a little bit north of Springfield. Anyway, I was drinking one of those, and I was walking through the woods, and Bees came out of the woods. He came out of the tree line, and he was wearing like pickup truck seat camouflage, so I didn't even see him at first. He came up to me and he goes, "What's in the smoothie?" I was like, "I don't know the ingredients. You have to ask the health department." And he asked to take a look at it. So I was like, all right. So I'm like holding out the smoothie, and he pulls out this magnifying glass, and he starts like looking at it. And then he made a ribbit sound, and he just like dropped a rock into my smoothie and ran off. I was like, huh. I've never had that happen to me before. That's a first. And I tried to drink it anyways, which wasn't a good idea. I passed out. And I woke up. I was off the trail at that point. I don't even know. It took me months to find my way back. So I'm back in society now, unfortunately. And I didn't even get to finish the strawberry smoothie. I feel like Dan isn't using enough of the, I don't remember the name of the nut. Oh no, Diddy Kong's got peanuts, so I can't call it that because we'll get confused. The power seed. And the only reason I feel like he isn't using enough of that is I was telling them earlier, like I got it stuck in my head. There's a level in Tony Hawk Underground in New York where there's a guy like there's carts that go around. They sell hot peanuts, and whenever I was using seed bomb, oh, he used solar beam. So fun fact, I played Ivy, I think 11 games in the round robin today, and Dan just used more solar beam than I did. So that's 2 thumbs up from me. You can't see it, but I'm giving 2 thumbs up. The thing here is like that Ivysaur skin, just like when you think about it in the context of like Ivysaur being like salad, it's like the problem here is that Dan's using stanky Ivysaur, but Snafu's using swanky Diddy Kong. And I'm trying not to be biased, but purple and yellow is a really nice color combo. Speaking of salad and Ivysaur, there's a fun fact actually. You know, Caesar salads originally had raw egg on top. It sounds really good, but also apparently dangerous, which is why they don't do it anymore. So it'd be really cool if someone made an Ivysaur skin with like an egg on, not an egg, but like a cooked egg, like sunny side up egg on the top, on the bulb. That wouldn't be cool. Never mind. Don't do that. So in case anyone here is new and you're unfamiliar with PM or Smash in general, the canon here is that they're having a disagreement, so they're trying to kill each other, which is how it happens historically. People do that sometimes. And that's why the dinosaurs went extinct. Because back in the day, they had a disagreement, and the T-Rex couldn't punch back because they had short arms. And, you know, that was the great gamble when you think about it. Like, human beings, like, when we're born, our skulls are, like, soft. And in comparison, like, other animals, they're born and they, like, pop out and start doing, like, Fortnite dances or whatever, you know, the youth kind of stuff. But in the end, we won because the T-Rexes didn't have the arms to fight back. So Rocky just beat them easily because they couldn't even get the gloves on at the end of the day. They didn't even make a movie about that one because it was just so embarrassing. It was deemed insensitive to the T-Rexes. So it is a kind of a historical anecdote, but it's important to the history of everybody that that goes in the record. So here you can see Samus Aran is illegally parked. And also on a slope facing downwards towards a chasm. Wow. I'm just saying I wouldn't park there. See, this, with the green, like, filter, like the green-blue filter on the stage, that Ivy skin actually looks alright. Like, if that's how it looked normally, I'd be kind of down for it, but I don't know. Oh, that banana don't look good, though. Some people like their bananas that green, not me. You ain't gonna ever catch me with a banana that green. I'm putting that thing back. Sorry, I'll come back later. This would make like a really good like plot for like a old school 1920s like movie or something, you know? You got like the traveling circus and you got like the monkey there or whatever doing tricks, and one day he escapes and he goes and he decides he's gonna start a business in New York City, and he starts a New York hot peanut cart. But then it turns out that on the same street, a little further down the street, there's a salad voiced by Nick Cage also selling hot peanuts on the street. It starts this rivalry. But in the end, they learn to work together, and then the Great Depression bankrupts them both, teaching them a valuable lesson. And also, people park illegally next to the chasms, which are also in New York. Famously, Broadway was named after a chasm. It's just one long bridge. There's a hole under it. How do you think they get the sewer system? I asked the plumber, and that's what he told me, so consider that to be solved science. There's a lot of culture behind this game. It goes way back, if you don't know. Like, you ever hear the expression, don't lose your head? Well, that's named because there's heads where the stocks were. And so it's like, oh, you lose your head, you're behind. That's what that means. That's why it's there. So people don't know where that kind of stuff comes from. Much like they don't know the story of the T-Rexes, but, you know. Basically, this is the equivalent of a college lecture, except it's free. So that's pretty good. That's like a Gran Turismo theme, that menu theme. That's what that is. Or a test drive. Gran Turismo a test drive. It's like one of those like select the race course ones. But they're not racing, they're punching each other. So it's more like a demolition derby, I guess, but that's not what the theme sounds like. I feel like if you played Twisted Metal and it was playing like smooth jazz, you'd be kind of like, ah, that's kind of out of place. This is a pretty even matchup because neither of these characters wear shoes. I certainly wouldn't serve them in my restaurant. If I had one, which I don't yet. This Diddy skin is actually an alternate skin from one of the early Donkey Kong games, and the whole lore behind it is King K. Rool went around the jungle. A lot of people don't remember this one, but he went around and painted it purple. So Diddy Kong, after thousands of years, evolved to have a purple shirt to blend in with all the foliage, and that's how the skin came to be. I don't know if it's canon or not anymore. They retcon it too much. Oh, that was unfortunate. Oh,